Hey everybody! So I was feeling kind of nostalgic recently, and I figured that for this video I would go and check out my old videos. These were ones that I made before I wanted to make my channel be my whole career. So these weren't gameplay videos, or maybe like a couple of them were, stuff that I created for school projects, but some of them are also not. So let's see what we've got here. So this is the first video to kick us off, called Blockhead and the Fortress of Evil. I remember that this was something that I did specifically for a school project. And I made this was a game. I made this a game on Sploder.com, which is a site that has gotten shut down by now ever since the problems with the Unity Flash Player or whatever don't work anymore, or Adobe Flash Player. And it was a game-making website, but it was the type of game-making website where you already have all the pre-made assets and you, like, assemble them to whatever you want. And this was a school project, and it was made in 2011, so it says that this was made 10 years ago. And when I went to my videos and I arranged them in order from oldest to newest, this was the first one that showed up. So this is apparently the first video that I ever uploaded to my channel, and that is me 10 years ago, or I guess 11 years ago. And since I'm 23 right now, that means that I was like 12 or 11 years old, I believe. 12 or 13 I probably was. But anyways, yeah, let's check this out.
This is a game that I made on Sploder.com, and it is called Blockhead and the Fortress of Evil. Here we go.
Okay. And there's an ad.
Let's go for a car ride to the toy store. Alright, Owl.
I could see that there is a retainer in my mouth while I was speaking, so it was kind of difficult for me to talk. And with all my voice acting, I thought that my voice acting in here was good and everything. You'll see it's not.
Collect yellow crystals to open the door. Simple enough. The Fortress of Evil. Don't want to go there.
Don't want to go there, but you have to.
What would you like, gentlemen? We'd like a nice statue.
A nice
and
statue.
And statues say, here's one. Have a nice day. Thank you.
And off we go.
Hey! Haha, you're coming with us! Well done, guys. Now take him to the Fortress of Evil. The evil ghost wizard is behind the blocks.
The evil ghost wizard is behind the blocks? Are you kidding me? That's...
Soon, Fortress of Evil. In I go.
Yeah, whenever the character actually jumped into the doorway, then it would always go after this like angelic chorus, and that was me mimicking it afterwards. So like I was definitely showing emotion behind my voice, but also if my voice is a bit garbled and hard to make out in a couple points, it's because I had a retainer in my mouth. At the time, I was needing some corrective measures for like my jaw and everything because I had a serious overbite, so I had to wear that retainer in order to like get my jaw straightened out, and then everything was fine. And then eventually in the future I also got myself some braces, and that was not now, so like my teeth might have looked kind of crooked, as opposed to now where they're great.
This level's kind of creepy.
This level's kind of creepy, is it?
Mwahaha, I'm the evil wizard ghost and you're trapped in here forever! There is no escape.
Yeah, this is what I mean when the voice acting is pretty bad. I can do it much better. Watch this. I am the evil ghost wizard, and you are trapped in here forever! There is no escape! See, that's much better than just me, like, just what I gave in this video. Wow.
What? How did you get past my many minions? Well, this trap should finish you.
My many minions, exactly
this is water
3.
But disguised as lava. I mean, lava but it's disguised as water, sorry. Saw how I was boiling?
You saw how I was boiling?
I'll show you again. Ow, 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 ow. Give me the dang surface already. Ow, ow. Made it. Okay, I'm on very low health now. I don't think I can take on the bats.
The bats.
Right.
There they are. You knew what was coming already. You're just gonna stand there and shoot them until they die.
No, crushers and lungs and bats and electors. I did not kill you, but you will never. If he never gets the owl. Oh look, I'm at the owl. Yay, you've come for me. Now let's get out of here. First, gotta stop these robots. Whoa.
And this is the boss fight, where I'm fighting them in a mech suit.
I can beat this big idiot.
Big idiot beaten. Just hear me spamming the space bar. And the end.
Woohoo! We're going home.
We sure are. Is there more to this video?
End.
The end. Okay. So yeah, let me just get back to the video. Okay, so this thing again was a school project that I made. Back then, with all of my schoolwork, I always wanted, like, the school projects that they gave me were always really boring, and I wanted to figure out ways how to do stuff that would be more interesting to me. So I was always trying to like implement my own ideas and trying to implement video games and such, and it always ended up turning out good to me at the time, and I ended up still getting passing grades. I don't really know if they were good or bad, but passing grades. I even see there's like a little Lego structure sitting on the table next to me. This Blockhead and the Fortress of Evil is just one such example of the projects that I would want to implement my own ideas into. And I think that there's another one of those on this list. We'll see. Okay, well anyways, this is another one, the Caledon TV Commercial by me, and I had my first name and last name, but I'm just blurring out my last name there, so or not blurring it out, but censoring it so you can't tell what it is. And this was another school project of mine, but this was made with just the standard YouTube video editor, the video editor that's no longer available. So there is like stock images thrown in there, text and everything, and those standard effects back then. So yeah, let's see. Are you bored of your natural life? Watching TV? Got Megamind in there. Doing the same thing over and over? If so, come to Caledon, a wonderful town of glorious opportunities for anyone! We've got plenty of enjoyable activities, such as hiking, swimming, camping, and fishing. The excitement never ends! We've also got a spectacular view of the mountains, a sight you'll find yourself seeing time and time again! But that's not all. We also have a town mascot, Spruce the Moose. He may be large and powerful looking, but he's actually quite gentle. Yes, you're guaranteed a good time at Caledon, the best little town in Newfoundland. The end.
So I've got my essay written.
Oh, shut up, Grammarly, I don't care. So yes, this was a school project. It used all of the assets for the YouTube editor that was now been discontinued. You can tell by like the effects, the little changing effects, by the effects that would like rotate from one to the next. And the pictures that I used were all stock pictures. I actually had to look up Caledon and to find it out. To find out what sites I could use and then try to make it sound as good as possible, and I just threw in my own voice right now just to try to sell the point even better. Yeah, so if you didn't know what this was, hold on, let me just, let's just bring it back to here. Okay, so this was something that Ava and I did at the old elementary school that we used to go to. We were on top of a big storage container. My mom was in the shadow filming it. It was a shadow battle. Ava was the one who was doing all the punching and kicking, and I was the one who was on the right and like bending over with my hands like this, because when I looked at it, I realized that it actually kind of looked like the outline of a snake head or dragon head, and I thought it would be fun to do battle. And as you can see, it seems like Ava gets the upper hand of the monster, and then she celebrates, but then the monster pulls her down, then eats her up, and then does a silent roar of victory. It's another one of those videos that I thought was like super duper awesome and epic at the time, and I think it's kind of creative now, but doesn't really hold up that well these days, does it? So this one right here is a video that I did on Mindplex where it was something that Ava recommended that I do, and it was that I try to catch a hacker. And you could see that there's a guy called I Am Mr. Ellie who was flying around, blatantly flying. And yeah, this was me playing a game that was called Team Deathmatch, I believe. But yeah, I Am Mr. Ellie was on our team, and like you can see, he's over there. Let me just skip ahead a little. Yeah, that guy right there. And you can tell by the circle, the yellow circle that goes blue when I click. This was recorded on Screencast-O-Matic. This was back when, man, Minecraft 1.18.8. Oh boy, those were the days. But this was back when I had Screencast-O-Matic as my recording software, before I've eventually swifted to the OBS Studio, which is what I'm using right now. And I can tell that this is a game that's called Block Hunt. It's like Prop Hunt from Gmod, except it's in Minecraft. I'm a hunter right now looking for the hiders. Yeah, this was back when they were called hunters, and nowadays they're called seekers now, so it's like hide and seek. And yeah, so now there's apparently a fly hacker, which caused me to look around. Mango Kush. Who is it? Oh! Yeah, there he is, flying around. Yeah, the hacker is being, nobody's liking the hacker, and he's trying to shoot me, but he's probably wondering why I'm staring at him so much. He probably had no idea that I was filming him the whole time. Yeah, and there he goes. He was killed by fall, and now he's flying through the air like a supervillain. And he said, stop. Like, stop looking at me, stop filming me. He got onto it. If he wanted me to stop, then he had to stop fly hacking and hacking in general. Like, because the whole reason I'm recording him is to catch him in the act, and if he doesn't want me to catch him, then he better stop doing it. This was another school project. It was a candle snuffing device. It was about how things worked back in the Middle Ages, I believe, whenever people had, they didn't have like bedside lamps back then because they didn't have electricity. They just had a candle that was next to their desk or across the room or something, and they would set up like some string so that when they wanted to turn out the light to go to bed, to go to sleep, they wouldn't have to get out of bed to do it. They could just pull the string or flick it or like do something. It would like trigger this mechanism to drop a cup onto the candle so that there would be no more oxygen and the candle would get snuffed out. It was kind of ingenious back then, but of course when electricity came around, then that kind of became obsolete. But yeah, let's see how it works.
This is my candle snuffing device. This string will release this cup and it will land on top of the candle, putting out the oxygen that's inside the cup and putting out the candle itself.
Yeah,
All I have to do is just unwind the string from this bedpost. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I already explained it, buddy. Unwind it, and yeah, let's see what happens. Boom, science. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was something that I used to do all the time when I was that age. There was like this thing that I did that I thought was me being like cool or something, and it was when I It was me, like, snapping my fingers, and once I snapped it, I ended it with giving a thumbs up or giving a finger gun, so I'd be like that, or like that. And I thought that it was like this really cool and rad and hip thing that I was doing, and man, like, yeah, back then I was really concerned by how I presented myself. I think every kid went through that, or at least every boy kid went through that at some period of their young life, where they wanted to try to make themselves look cool and stuff and not look stupid. And once I reached 15 years old, I kind of had a quote-unquote awakening, and now I don't care how I present myself. I like to make people laugh, so like if I seem silly and laughable, then that's even better. One last video that's called Game. This was another game thing that I did for school, and it was in Minecraft this time. It was a custom map that I created but never posted online, and it has all of these questions as I'm going through that I asked questions and then I answered them, and they're about like a certain topic about back then. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, let's just take a look.
Rules. Number 1, don't break anything unless you are instructed to. 2, do not kill the animals for food. 3, read the books that you find. 4, don't build up high to get to places. Find another way. 5, this is the most important rule. Follow the rules exactly.
I can tell I hit puberty here.
It says, after a long day of hunting, you decide to go back to the village. Follow the brick path to the village.
Yeah, I decided to go hunting with a chest in my hand. I'm still in creative mode. And yeah, this was me not using my recording software at all, so like, this was something that my mom was filming on the camera. Yeah, you can see what it is. And this was me just going to a regular NPC village and then just setting everything on fire.
Oh no, the village just burned down. You head to the blacksmith shop.
Yeah. I think my voice acting here is like kind of worse than it was when I was younger in voice acting for Blockhead and the Fortress of Evil. That means I went back in quality. But yeah, here's oh man, that's the way lava used to look, I remember. Looked like melted cheese. Look at all this stuff. And there's a book and quill. Man, it's loud.
And it says, I've made an iron sword today, and I'm glad to know that I've put it safely in the library with the iron pickaxe. Carl is mad at Mrs. Bankrey because she gave him a lousy trade. I made it up to him by giving him a potato. Help! Help! Fire in the village! I only have a few short seconds to write this. Help! If anyone is reading this, I got a potion of fire resistance. It is at the ag.
Yeah, I got worse with voice acting. I've made an iron sword today. I'm glad to know that I've put it safely in the library with the iron pickaxe. Carl is mad at Mrs. Bankrey because she gave him a lousy trade. I made it up to him by giving him a potato. Help! Help! Village in fire! I only have a few short seconds to write this. Help! If anyone was reading this, I got a potion of fire resistance. It is at the... Ah! Yeah, see, I mean, like, that's just much better voice acting. And again, back then I was concerned by how I presented myself, so I was like a lot more reserved and quiet, and I wasn't as dynamic and animated as I am now. Because back then I cared about how I presented myself, and now I don't. Anyways, just had to get that out of the way.
There's the library, and in this chest, oops, sorry, there is the iron sword and the iron pickaxe.
Cool.
And this sign here says, true or false, Lord Townshend's nickname was Turnip.
Yeah. All this stuff about, like, some kind of ancient history thing. And I would go and...
The answer is true.
And then I would ask questions and then I'd answer them myself. There's only one in here that was like a multiple choice.
The sign says too far to jump. You're going to have to dash jump. To dash jump, hit the forward key twice, and while you hold it down, jump.
Forward key twice, or you could just press Control and then jump when you reach the edge.
Darn it.
And then I decided to just fly. I failed once and then I just decided to just fly up instead.
Same case here, dash jump.
dash jump. We'll see if I make it this time. That was easier.
It says here's a potion of fire resistance.
Yay! I got the potion of fire resistance. I'm not taking it because I'm in creative mode and I don't need to. And now...
It says you get the stuff in the chest and head for the forest.
Uh-huh. Forward arrow. Most people, if they were like after to look in the chest, they'd probably just see that sign directly to the left of the chest and then just go immediately without taking the potion of fire resistance.
What did George and Robert Stephenson call their locomotive?
Who cares? It's ancient history. This is what I mean. Like this is the kind of project that I had to do, and I put a game twist to them.
The rocket.
The rocket. And this was the multiple choice thing.
What was cloth made of until the 20th century? Woven fabric, silk, or plant and animal fibers?
I'll say plant and animal fibers.
The correct answer is plant and animal fibers.
Aha! I knew it.
Now, if you had picked a wrong answer, what would happen to you?
You would fall down into a pit, and there would be dispensers, and they would shoot you with arrows.
Oh.
There's a boat.
And my mom had to ask me that because I didn't actually go down the other ones to show what would happen.
To those who do not know how to ride a minecart should know. Hold the forward key while in the minecart and you will move slowly forward. Normally you're one way.
Why am I moving the camera so slowly?
Wait a second. Oh, there was a sign here.
Was there a sign there?
It says, how do miners usually die young?
But from ingesting coal, I believe.
And the answer is from accidents or black lung, which is a disease that you can get from breathing in too much coal dust.
Mm-hmm. I swear, I did not watch this video beforehand. Like, I just remembering all this stuff.
This minecart track goes all the way around here to here and down up there. So I'm just gonna go
Beats the big loop-de-loop, which you can get to by just turning straight around. Yeah, I wasn't too creative with building custom maps back then. I've made a few of them for Ava for her birthday or Christmas in the past years, and she's actually really friggin' enjoyed them.
Go down the stairs.
If I made her something with this kind of quality, she would not be too impressed. And my gosh, look at that lava. This was back when Minecraft... I'm playing Minecraft in my browser.
We're gonna have to jump across these pieces of obsidian to get to that temple.
It looks like melted cheese. I'm playing this in my browser. This was back when Minecraft was played in the browser and not in a window. I bet I wasn't even using Screencast-O-Matic. Jeez. Okay, well, here's the temple.
It says, who was the world's leading producer of cast iron during the Industrial Revolution?
I don't know. And how would that information help you in today's day?
England.
Cool. You didn't even have to solve a puzzle first to get, you just had to do like a bit of parkour just to get across. And then you get the question answered for you. This is an educational custom map.
Who is one of the most successful turnpike engineers?
I don't know. Who was it? Hope he had the potion of fire resistance.
James Macadam.
James Macadam, of course. I don't know if my teacher was too impressed by this. I had a feeling that he or she was not. Because this is not too impressive.
Why, look, there's a small cottage over there.
Yeah, a wooden square.
Why did the poor children go into labor force?
Because they had no choice, I bet.
Because they had no other choice. Sad face, sad face, sad face.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even need that question answered for me by my past self. I figure that's why it makes sense.
To get the Nether Star, go to the end portal on top of the temple unless you want to go through the challenges again. When you're through the portal on temple, turn right and read the sign it shows. P.S. You can reach the village easily. It's just over the hill that the small cottage is in front of.
Okay, lovely. Why am I putting this stuff back? Why would I want to, like, play through this map again? I'm, like, putting stuff back the way that it was. And you can hear, like, the whooshing of the computer as well. And there's the temple. Oh no, the world hasn't loaded in yet.
There's a sign that says, go up here.
Wouldn't people have already seen that if they just went through the portal? I don't understand.
It says, go to the glowstone up there.
They'd be able to skip everything else and just cut to the ending right away. They wouldn't even learn the few extra facts about the history that probably has no need to know about.
What's behind here?
In today's day and age.
What's this, too?
It's a lever. And one thing leads to the other.
Hey, your door opened up.
Yep.
Yeah, sure did. My mom sounded
Another
so bored there. Hey, the door opened up.
It says, this custom map was done by Rominator 101. This is the end of the map. He hopes you enjoyed it. He might make another one. Thank you for playing and have a nice day. P.S. Rominator 101 is happy to hear that you found another star. Smiley face. Now get out quick. It's rigged to blow up.
Is it rigged to blow up? I don't think I had that kind of ingenuity.
Fooled you.
Jeez, I actually felt myself cringe at that.
Yeah, that's the custom map. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, that was the kind of stuff that I was able to make back then as a kid. That's another example of how when school projects were too boring for me, I would try to throw in stuff that would interest me to make it better. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this look back on the old kinds of stuff that I used to make and just posted for my channel. I think that that all of the videos on there weren't even supposed to be just uploaded to YouTube for entertainment purposes. All of them were done for school. Actually, I think the shadow battle was done for the entertainment purposes, but everything else was either done for school or for Mindplex. Man, okay, well, that's now you see the kind of kid that I was back then. I was young, I had a very garbled voice, and I imagine that it was because of the retainer that I had in my mouth. I do not have a retainer in my mouth anymore. I have never had to wear one for years, or I still wear one at night, but that's just because that I have to after I got my braces out, but during the day I never wear one anymore, so I'm fine. I can still talk nicely and clearly, unless I speak in a rush, and that's something I used to do back then. And that's, with my garbled voice, it did not help. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look back into the past of my old videos and back in the simpler days of 2011, back when the whole world wasn't infected by a global pandemic. I may be 23 years old right now, but my mental age feels like it's still stuck at 10. I still feel like a little kid right now. But I mean that's okay. I don't really mind the way that I am right now, being a little childish and stuff. And generally, that really helps with how I look to other people. So I'm honestly fine with that. If I was like how I was back then, where I cared more about how I presented myself and was always more shy and recluse, so I just hardly did or said anything out of fear of me looking stupid, then I would not have made the best impression on society, but it's a good thing that I was able to open up after that and feel more open and happier and be myself. And that's what everyone should be. Everyone should be able to find the strength to be their self. And I got that strength eventually, and all of those out there who did as well, good for you. Because there's no one else you should be than yourself. That sounds cliched, but I mean it. So, let me know that down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.